Defining our own personal identity from my perspective can take a lifetime. And I think to complicate matters, our identity changes throughout the period whether or not we consciously undertake a process of personal development. This oftentimes makes it harder to answer the question, who am I? Your and my life can be imagined as a coffee table. All the things on my coffee table are in my life. It includes family, work, God, friends, church, goals, hobbies, exercises, and much more. Whatever I put on my coffee table reflects my identity. You won't put out good stuff when kids are around, although you like them because there's a chance for them to break them. So, therefore, you also like when they're not around you because then you got a chance to put out the good things that you have. Similarly, whatever I put on my coffee table at times depend on the people I'm interacting with or what kind of situation I'm going through. For example, when you have a set of cups or table mats that has artistic drawings, it shows you like art or you are into art. Talking about the identity or perspective of the Canadian society, I personally think that the society's view is more on materialism and individualism. One of the main reasons I feel this way is because society has a major role in shaping us, and this really affects the way people think or act. Our society has a potential and a huge responsibility to promote social and moral values to people. Most people today are thinking on a materialistic way, like for money, for power, for pressure, etc., as a result of materialistic and individualistic view of the society. So we can say the table or the attitude or the behavior of the society is more based on materialistic or individualistic ideas or thoughts. Therefore, one big contrast between my identity and that of the society is that whatever I put on my table of life is less materialistic than that of the society. However, I cannot say my thoughts are not materialistic or individualistic because I'm part of the society. However, I do work hard to make my mind think rationally and understand the social and moral duty that I have towards others. On the other hand, as I mentioned before, the society hasn't shown any changes to its view other than materialism, which has a huge negative impact on the present and future generation as they will tend to follow the individualistic thoughts and views, and soon our society becomes isolated. I do personally think that this really connects to what we call buying of identity, where people buy whatever they want just to entitle themselves as an upper standard. It is at times true that money is our source for the necessities, like for food, like for clothes, for shelter. But money also brings with it the desire for finer things like jewelry, big TVs, big houses, nice cars, fancy clothes, speedy computers, and so on. Money corrupts people's mind through outlets like television, internet, and radios, where companies make people buy that specific product to make them feel royal or an upper level person. Truth is, most of it gets thrown in the closet and collects dust. But we buy it just because it's the next big thing. It's like a new phone comes out and you throw the old phone in the closet and use the new phone. But sometimes you can just leave without it. It is supposed to make our life easier, make things work faster. Anything other than Jesus will be taken away from you. It is just like what we put on an actual coffee table, either a cup or saucer, will go back to the shelf after use. Even the biggest relationship in the world will end by either the person moving on or by death. A good job that fits your passion will be taken away at some point in your life. All those things that me and you have on our table has the potential to become idol at some point. So the thing that should be there to make you okay should be Jesus, because Jesus is the fundamental thing on your coffee table that you can have a guarantee on, even though everything else is taken away. If Jesus is not the fundamental thing on your coffee table of life, the thing that is fundamental to you on your coffee table become idol, or moreover, your life becomes an idol. Whenever we take a thing, even though it is good, and make it the ultimate thing, that makes us willing to sacrifice all other things for it, and we enslave ourselves. We have to obey the number one commandment over any other thing that may be in our life. Oftentimes, we think success is our ultimate thing, the ultimate goal for life, but success can become a mask for our idols. It cannot do anything more to us when it is taken away. Yet we put our hopes on it, even though we know it won't last for long. The main problem with idols is that we think we need them. We think that because many of us don't believe that God actually loves us. Jesus can step into our life, even in the worst moments, and heals us. and can show us His love even though we have nothing to offer. When we really get to realize the true, genuine, fundamental thing in our life, which is Jesus, we can identify whether something else is in the place of Jesus. The way we learn to recognize the ideal is the way we realize the true God. I personally think my identity can make the world better because of the fact that I don't look at the society as a means to benefit or take advantage of. I really value the norms of the society and tries to act according to it. I don't really agree with the society being individualistic because even though individualism is quite necessary in some parts of our life, a society is dependent on its people and the people are dependent on the society, even if we don't think we do. It is because humans are social beings and our identity is shaped depending on the type of society in which we are. Society should therefore cut off their individualistic and materialistic mindsets and promote social norms among people and encourage helping mentality and care for other people.